This morning's theme is about concentration. It's about mental concentration and how our mental concentration can bring about a completely new strength or force in our positions. Whatever we do mentally feeds into the physical practice. If we can really concentrate our mental powers, it helps us to concentrate the physical energy in our exercises as well. And so I've got a little quote that we can hold in mind as we do our practice. And it's a quote from Heinz Grill, as usual. It's about concentration. And it says, "Out of our mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate." Out of our mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. So we've got this idea that something really rejuvenating can come about, but also something sovereign, something that is independent, that we actually do out of our own activity. All of this can come about if we can really have a focused mental picture when we're practicing. So we'll start in a standing position. When we practice the sun prayer, our main mental picture that we nearly always work with is that we want to have a radiating force that comes from the solar plexus chakra upwards and helps us to grow. Maybe let's just create that mental picture in our minds by doing a very simple exercise where we just stand, focusing on this center, and then taking the arms up. But all the time we're picturing this force that grows up out of our solar plexus, streaming up, carrying us upwards. Let your breath flow. You can bring the fingers together to a point. You can't see my fingers, I know, but I bring them together to a point. Streaming upwards. And take the hands down. So we'll do that position a few times, bending down in between, just letting the body hang, letting the body relax, the neck and shoulders relax. And then swinging freely up again, come back to the same mental picture from the solar plexus, and energy streams upwards, streams up through the upper spine, streams up through the arms, up to the fingers and beyond. The breath continues to flow. Take the hands down. Let's do the same thing a couple more times. As you bend forwards, just really allow the neck, the shoulders, the arms to relax. The body relaxes as the shoulders and neck relax, and the breathing all relax together. And then we can swing freely up, this rejuvenating force that can radiate out of our clear mental picture. So from the center, our mental picture is that from the center, the solar plexus, a radiating force carries us upwards. We grow longer and longer. Take the hands down one final time, rolling forwards. Firm, stable legs, but an upper body that really relaxes. And then come right the way up again, picturing from the solar plexus, particularly it's the upper spine that can get drawn into this length if we picture clearly, a rejuvenating and also sovereign force can radiate out from this clear mental picture. Take the hands down. Let's come into the sun prayer. Hands together. Take the arms up. Bend forwards. Take the right foot back. Rise up into the half moon. Come into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide forwards and open into the cobra. Push into the triangle. Take the right foot forward. Come into the half moon. Left foot forward. Come up and grow, picturing that lengthening force. And hands down. Hands together. Take the arms up from the center. There is a force that lengthens upwards, carries us up with it. Come forwards again. Left foot back. Come up into the half moon. Back into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide forwards, open into the cobra. Triangle. Left foot forward. Half moon. Other foot forward. And then come right the way up again. And take the hands down. So our sentence reads, out of the mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. So let's bring a mental picture into the sun prayer that can help these rejuvenating and sovereign forces to radiate. The mental picture is of a real length. With every stretch, we can really find not just a movement, but a lengthening, radiating stretch every time we open the body in the sun prayer. Let's do another round. Hands together. So we need to picture this radiating force as clearly as we can as we practice. Come forwards. Right foot back. From the center, a radiating force streaming out. Plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Cobra, picture that radiating force carrying you into the length. Same in the triangle, right the way through your spine and also your legs, a real lengthening. Take the right foot forward, growing into your back leg, and then streaming up high into the half moon, and then the front foot, the other foot forward, looking in, and then coming up, radiating upwards, and hands down, hands together, growing, lengthening, streaming right up, always picturing, looking in, left foot back, radiating right up high, thinking, picturing the length. Then come into the plank, knees, chest and forehead down, cobra, triangle, Real length through the legs, through the back. Left foot forward. Radiating up. And right foot forward. Come up once again and grow. And take the hands down. So let's do the standing head to knee position. Out of our mental picture, new rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. Our mental picture for the standing head to knee position is now that we grow from the sacrum, a bit lower down on the spine, and we give a really strong force with the sacrum backwards and a lightness by contrast in the fingertips. Take your hands up. So when you're ready, coming right into the position, a strong activity backwards from your sacrum, and then gliding far out forwards. The fingertips are relaxed, so we have this picture of a line with two opposite poles, a real strength at the base and a lightness at the front. Breath flowing freely. Relax down again. And come back up. We can have the similar picture, a strong base at the sacrum, lightness at the fingertips, and the line that flows between the two. Take the hands down. So let's make our mental picture a little bit more precise with this exercise. We've got a strong pole here. We've got a very light, relaxed pole at the fingertips when we glide forwards. And in between the two, we could picture water or fluid, a fluid movement carrying us out. So a little extra dimension to our picture. Let's do the movement once again. Strength, lightness and fluid carrying us forwards. Take the hands up so the fingers stay light, the feet and legs are firm. Come into the position once again, and first of all make sure your mental picture is really clear. Then from the base, a real strength pushing backwards. The fingertips stay light, the head stays relaxed, and now this fluid movement carrying you forwards through the spine, through the arms, gradually growing longer. Relax down again. Come back up. Fluid movement again from the spine, upwards from the base of the spine, upwards through the whole spine, through the arms, to the fingertips, and even beyond, even flowing beyond. Take the hands down. Let's do another round of the sun prayer with this real idea that there is a stream of energy that can carry us into the length, so we can lengthen perhaps a little bit more this time, a little bit further still. Take the hands together. A mental picture that a stream of energy carries us all the way up into this length through the spine. Take the hands down next to your feet and look in. Take the right foot back. A good stream of energy carrying us far up into the length. Then come into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide forwards, cobra. downward dog. So we can have a really good length. You can lengthen down through the legs and then down through the spine as well. Take the right foot forward, back into the back leg. Stream of energy carrying us up into the length, right up through. And the other foot forward. Right the way up, once again, a good length. Streaming up. And then take the hands down. So for the other side, let's do a fast round, but without losing our concentration. Maybe we can have a slightly different picture this time. We can have a picture that even though the body is moving much faster now, the head remains clear. The head doesn't get entangled, but the head remains calm and observing. Even we could have, say, rest in the head, movement in the body. Let's have that as our picture. Hands together, right the way up. Come forwards, left foot back, half moon, plank, knees, chest and forehead down, cobra, downward dog, left foot forward, half moon, right foot forward, coming right up and stretch and take the hands down. And everyone's got there. Well done. So let's move on to the cobra now. Would you like to lie on your front? Let's start with a preparatory movement where we take the hands behind the back. You can clasp them together. If you're able to, you can even twist the arms so that the palms face backwards a little bit. Direct your awareness to the middle of your back, your solar plexus region. And then open up like this. So your hands push backwards behind you. Your chest is opened in front. You can feel how you have to grow from the solar plexus. And come back down again. Just relax the arms. Breathe freely. So our whole theme today is about mental picturing, mental concentration. Let's keep our concentration again at the middle of the back, the solar plexus, and how that region really has to contract in the spine in order to bring us up. Same thing once again. Focusing on that contraction in the solar plexus to lift the upper body up. Keep breathing. And come back down. So now you can take your hands right underneath your shoulders. The elbows should be directed up a little bit into the air. So let's make a mental note that we're not going to push too much with the arms. The movement can be guided from the spine, both with the sacrum that pushes down and then also with the solar plexus, which moves more forwards to stretch up. The head stays free. When you're ready then, push your sacrum down, open up your body, and then direct the solar plexus forwards a bit more. Yeah, good. Breath flowing. And come back down. Let's do the same thing once again. You can come quite up high with your body. Don't hold back too much. Be aware of your sacrum. Head is free. Push right up and then open out the solar plexus a little bit more. And come back down. So the place where we mentally picture is at the forehead. We can imagine that the picture that we create lives just in front of our forehead as a picture. Out of our mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. So let's have a picture now that our whole spine is going to become active through its length. The base anchors us, the solar plexus pushes us forwards, and then we continue to lengthen through the upper spine. I'll demonstrate it, and then you can hold that picture in front of your forehead while you do the actual movement yourself. So I'll just demonstrate the different stages. Pushing down with the sacrum, opening with the solar plexus. Now in front of my forehead I have this picture that I'm going to lengthen further through the upper spine. So you'd like to just take your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows pointing up. Make sure your breath is flowing freely, and become aware first of all of the sacrum. Then you can come right up high into the position. Next thing you can do is to direct forwards a little bit. The elbows should stay a little bit bent so that you're not just using your arms, but you're really mainly using your spine. Then you can direct forwards from the solar plexus region, opening your rib cage out to the front. Now you need to become calm in your head, calm in your forehead, as you mentally picture this continued growing through your upper spine, through the shoulder, between the shoulder blades, lengthening and opening further into the movement. Come back down again. Let's push into child's pose. Let's do that one more time. Same thing. So that out of the mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. The mental picture is held just in front of the forehead. Make sure your breath is free. Be aware of your sacrum. Push down with the sacrum and up with the body. Then become aware of your solar plexus region, the rib cage region, pushing that forwards. Now, guiding your mental picture through between the shoulder blades to lengthen the spine. The forehead becomes very calm. Out of the mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. And then relax down again. Push back into child's pose. And come back up to a sitting position. We'll finish off with the sitting twist. You can take your right foot over your left knee. And first of all, bring a good tilt into your pelvis so that you can really sit up straight. Contraction right down in the base there, the base of your abdomen. A good length through your spine. And take the arms right up high. So always be aware that your forehead is free. So the picture, well, I'll show you the picture. Just take your hands down again so that I can show you the picture that you can then hold in your mind. So the picture when we do the sitting twist, as you know, is a triangle. The tip of the triangle is the head. The central axis of the triangle is the spine. And then the two arms form the two sides of the triangle. And here we have the base from one foot to the opposite hand. So that is the picture we can hold directly in front of our forehead. Out of the mental picture, new rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. Let's straighten up through the spine again. Breath flowing freely. Twist to your right and take the right hand down behind your back and then grow actively up through the left hand, and you can either hug the arm around your knee, hugging that knee close into your body, or you can bring it all the way over your knee and take it round your foot or that other lower knee. Picture the triangle formed by your body. The head forms the peak. The spine forms the central axis. The two arms form the two sides. And then you have the base along the ground. Out of the mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. Straighten up again. Stretch up and take the hands down. And change over to the other side. So you take your left foot over your right knee. Take hold of the knee with your hands, and then once again just straighten right up from the base of the spine. Take the arms up into this long line, breath flowing freely. And now twist to your left. Take the left hand behind your back, stretch up further through the right arm, and then either hug the arm around your knee or bring it right over your knee and take hold of the foot or the other knee. Head looks over your left shoulder. And now once again form your mental picture, the picture of the triangle. The head forms the tip of the triangle. Spine forms the central axis. The arms form the two lines, two sides rather. And the ground, your contact with the ground, forms the base. Out of the mental picture, new, rejuvenating and sovereign forces can radiate. Straighten up once again. Take hands down and just come into a comfortable sitting position. Spine upright, the head held high. The head is the centre of concentration, particularly the forehead. It's that place where our thoughts can really concentrate themselves into clear pictures, and the more that they can do that, the more they can then radiate out of the very thoughts themselves, this rejuvenating and sovereign force. Let's finish the session there.